This conference will now be recorded.
Hang on, I'm muted. Oh, I can't see you in there yet. Hello? No?
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited today because I get to introduce one of my fabulous clients, Hayley Stathis, to you all. And in today's session, I want her to share with you her own mastermind case study of creating and launching and filling her own mastermind in a really short period of time. And she's going to tell you how that was possible, what kind of things worked for her, and why it's been a great decision. So welcome, Hayley.
Thank you. Hi, Victoria.
Hey,
Exciting.
so you are, oh yeah, hang on, there's a delay, right? There we are. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. This technology.
so I'll tell everyone about me. Yeah, technology.
Yeah.
Technology or kids, it's always what gets in the way. Yeah, so I'm a clinical nutritionist and naturopath. I practice from Newcastle, and I run a weight loss program for women. So it's a 12-week program. I've always toyed with the idea of taking it online. There were always online elements. We do some of it as Zoom coaching calls. And then COVID hit, and I realized, oh, wow, this can be completely online, and maybe I can now make this a little bit bigger. And so that's when I joined your mastermind. But you had other ideas for me. You planted a little seed uh, about, hey, maybe you could be coaching other wellness professionals and nutritionists. And yeah, that's essentially the direction I'm heading, and it's just incredibly exciting.
Yeah.
I've got a background in, yeah.
No, go ahead. This is delay. Go ahead. Keep going. It's all good.
So I've got a background in marketing and communication. So that was my first degree, and used to work in very high stress agencies on really cool lifestyle brands. It was fun in Sydney for many years, but completely burnt me out. So that's why I then shifted my focus and went back to study. But those skills, I guess, are a great thing to have when you have your own business. And I always loved doing the marketing in my own business. And I realized a couple of years ago, most other practitioners don't feel the same, and they hate marketing and they don't understand it, and they get really overwhelmed and make it harder than it needs to be. So I was helping them a couple of years ago just anyway. People would always say, oh, do you coach or mentor? I'm like, oh, no, look, I really don't, but what do you need help with? And we have a bit of a chat because I just love doing it. And I created a little side hustle business called Wellness Content Co., where I packaged up a lot of my marketing materials, a lot of my workshops, a lot of my social media stuff, and then some done-for-you group programs, and started to share that, and it was really, really well received. And so that's who I first went out to talk about my mastermind.
Yes. So tell me what kind of, so you set up that content, Wellness Content Co., which enabled other nutritionists and naturopaths to create their own programs rather than just doing the one-off clinic sessions, right? They had a structure and you created that framework for them. But what was interesting is that when we talked, I was like, that's such a great idea. Why wasn't it working better for you? Why do you think it wasn't working as well as it could have for you?
I just wasn't promoting it, Victoria. It really came down to that. I created it and had a list. There's about 500 on my list for Wellness Content Co. And I think I had sort of 10, 12 sales of that program when I launched it, which was great. Because I think my mindset was it was just a side hustle. It wasn't the serious thing. I hadn't ever entertained that it could be anything more than that. And so it really just came down to where my focus was. So my focus was on my clinical practice and my weight loss coaching program, and I just didn't give it enough time.
Yeah. So you had some other things happening, but the bulk of your time was really taken up in clinic sessions, right, with clients and getting them great
Mm.
weight loss results. So the first thing we kind of turned our attention to after planning once you joined Mastermind Success Secrets was, okay, well, you've already got the weight loss program happening. How do we make sure that that is taken completely online, particularly to be a bit more COVID proof, as you said?
Yeah.
And then you were able to get more clients into that and even actually create some other consulting work around that too pretty quickly to just sort of get that rolling. But then I think the reason we kind of mapped out the opportunity for you to take some of that Wellness Content Co direction into a mastermind was that's really kind of where your passion was, because it kind of aligned to your
Mm.
experience as well, right? So you had that chat,
Yeah.
we mapped out that that could be a higher level mastermind where these nutritionists, naturopaths, other clinicians in that space could come to you for help to get some more of that leverage and business growth, right? Tell us more about that, like what that offer became.
Yeah. Yeah. So what it became was, well, look, let's use this 12-week done for you nutrition and health coaching program that I had created and offer the marketing and business support around that, so that they have this content there that they can start with. It's the springboard. They've got all the modules, all the handouts, the how to actually take clients through it, but then helping them to find their own way and who their ideal client is, and use that to create their own group coaching program. So the girls I
Mm,
have in my mastermind now, like they're all where I was at 3 or 4 years ago, where they're up to their ears in one-on-one clients. They understand business and leverage, and they get all of that, all of those concepts, and they know that what they need to do really to grow is to stop working one-on-one and work one-to-many. But it's the
yeah.
how and also, I think the mindset or the belief that, well, I could create this and I could charge this much money and actually run my practice the way that I want with the clients I want to work with. And so, and then also helping them understand how to market that well, and that it's not buying all these, short programs about funnels and tips and tricks, and which a lot of them
Mm,
have been doing, and just going, I don't understand, and just really taking them step by step through that process. That exactly what essentially I did in my practice,
mm,
but
yeah.
making it, yeah, helping them to do it quicker, I guess, which is the
Yeah.
benefit of having a coach. I mean, which is what I've been getting working with you. It just the speed at which this has all happened is amazing.
Yeah, so let's talk about that speed, because it was pretty cool, right? So we thought with your weight loss program that you could do a webinar and you filled some more spaces and you used ads, and we took that route for that, which was great. But for this one, I said, hey, why don't you just send out an email to begin with? And really, you filled 8 places in your mastermind with that one email inviting people to a call with you, right? Tell us about it.
Yeah,
Tell us about that.
yeah. So literally all I have done, and I almost feel bad about this. I think, gosh, it shouldn't have been that easy. All I did was send one email. So
Yeah.
it was an email, your suggestion, hey, I'm looking for this number of practitioners and here's the criteria. If this sounds like you, let's jump on a call. So I
Yep.
got them all onto a discovery call. And we really just had a chat. They were all practitioners who knew me. I knew them, just from my Wellness Content Co list. So I guess there was already a sense of trust.
Yeah.
I think all of them had bought something from me before, so it was a warm
Great.
market.
Yep.
But they all just saw the value in what I was proposing with the mastermind, and they all wanted what I was offering, which is that having that leveraged business and that group coaching program.
Yep.
And yeah, they're in the mastermind. We're catching up weekly. It's just,
Great.
I can't believe how well it's flowing. And the model of a mastermind as well is, I don't feel
Mm,
overwhelmed. It's an
great.
easy way to work.
Yeah. So you've got your live group call. What else are you providing them? They've got a Facebook group. They can ask you questions and you can interact and support them. Anything else that you've
Yep.
included in that?
So so the way it works is we do a 1 hour onboarding session together where we really focus in on them one-on-one. So I make sure that I'm really clear on what their individual goals are, business, life goals, money goals, see if they've got any inkling of who maybe their target audience will be. Then there's an online curriculum, so I take them through those steps that I went through myself and give them everything that they need to create their own program. We have weekly coaching calls, which everyone is on, and then there's also the Facebook group as well, which already is incredibly interactive. So we're building a really cool community.
That's so cool. And that's the thing, you're going to raise that community up to help each other, influence each other, inspire one another as well. So it becomes bigger than you, right? So that probably feels different to what you've been doing in your business before. So it's almost like you lift that weight of responsibility off as well. I mean, of course, you're responsible for results, but it's a little different having that collective, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, makes it a lot easier. So your offer is you've started with doing a 6-month mastermind, or what? Tell us the length of time.
So it's a 6-month mastermind. Look, it may turn into 12 months in the future. I'll see how this first lot goes with 6 months. I think that's a good amount of time. And I've got noises in the background that my little 4-year-old's making, so half my brain is kind of like, is he okay?
School holidays. You can go check if you need to. I'm happy to hold the fort.
No, he's fine.
And also, you can put it on video if you need to.
Oh my goodness! 1 second, I'll be back.
I can just snip it. It's fine. Go for it. Go for it. Come back. Don't worry, all good. So it's good we did video. I can just snip it. So don't stress. If you need to jump up anytime, just let me know and we can do it. We won't be much longer anyway. We'll just kind of finish up. It's good.
Oh, I forgot this isn't live, is it?
No, it's not live, so it's all good. That's why I said just go do what you need to do. I'll just snip it out.
Oh, sweet.
So no problem.
Yeah. No, he just wanted hair product, believe it or not. I was like, sure, go for it.
You're like, sure, no problem. How old is he?
He's 4.5, so he starts school next year.
But
yeah, I've got him Mondays, so it's cute. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Doing the juggle. I get it. Okay. I'll go to, cut there and I'll look at the time. All right. Good. So what have you found in terms of your clients coming into the mastermind? You mentioned before they'd done a lot of bits and pieces and lots of those online courses. So you sort of felt that they were really ready for a bit more guidance and support?
Yeah. And I think when I was putting together sort of the structure of how I would run the mastermind, I thought back to all the millions of courses that I've done over the years. And I really wanted there to be, so even though it's a mastermind model and it's group coaching, I'm not really doing one-on-one with them. I wanted to build that in because I know what happens is you get halfway through the pre-recorded online course you've bought and you get stuck on something and there's nobody to ask, what do I do now? And there's not that sort of feedback the whole way. And I know from being in your mastermind, what I have found to be the most helpful element is you're there and the others are there as well. Just to say, hey, this happened. What should I do? Or how could I approach this? And it just moves you forward so much quicker because you just feel so much more supported. And so that's what I really wanted for these nutrition clients in my mastermind as well. And I when I was explaining to them that that's how it would work, and I said, look, you're going to get laser coaching every week. Like if you've got something that you need, I'm going to be looking at your business and thinking about your business and helping you every step of plus you've got everyone else in the mastermind doing that, they were like, oh my God, that's gold. Like normally we're just in some Facebook group and like listening to a lesson being taught and we can't actually interact. So I think
Yes.
that's a really important element. Yeah.
Yeah, it just creates such a great learning environment, but also as the coach, it is so much more satisfying to interact with your clients, to know where they're
Mm,
at. So when you said to me, I mean, the last I heard you had 7, you've got 8 people in your mastermind now. I was like, that gets me as excited as you are, right? I'm like, that's so
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But even not
Yeah.
just that, it's like in getting to know who you are and what you're doing and how you know what you want to do with your business, and going on that journey together is so, I find it so much more satisfying. And I know that that's, you
Yeah.
mentioned to me last week in a post, oh my God, I'm like right on track. It felt really on track for you compared to before, like doing the
Mm,
one-on-one
mm.
work, right?
Yeah, yeah. Well, you're still building those relationships, which that's the part of, I guess, the one-on-one consults in my clinical practice that I've always loved. Is most of your clients, you kind of like them, hopefully.
Yeah,
You get good at weeding them out. You become, you like to see how they're progressing and how they're getting the results and what that means for them in their life beyond their business.
yeah.
And so that's that warm, fuzzy kind of stuff as well. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It makes a big difference. So being able to come in only a short time, I don't even know how long we've been working together. I always kind of lose track because it feels like you've been part of the family for a while, but
Yeah,
maybe
not
it's
long.
3 months too, not long. I can't even recall, but not long.
Yeah,
We're
I don't
busy
even know.
working.
Like, no.
Oh, not longer than 3 months for sure. You've been able to turn your
Yeah,
nutrition program, your weight loss program looks awesome, by the way, as well. Like I've gone, we've looked at your webinar and I'm like, oh, it looks so good. I'd love to do that. But you've got your weight loss program that you've made COVID proof. You've already started that, and you've already
yeah,
morphed the. It was kind of really an online, even though you had the content they could take and use. It was kind of a lower priced online course. What you did have with Wellness Content Co, right? That they
yes,
could tick a box and buy
yeah,
something at a relatively low price. You've managed to transform that into a mastermind, a coaching mastermind, fill the group with 8 women and just get moving. And yes, you already had a list of 500 buyers, or 500 people on that list. So you had some assets there, which I think, definitely contributes
mm,
to you getting up and running fast. But it's good for others to know that if they've already got these things there. We didn't really, apart from you did a new webinar for weight loss, but that was really an edit of something you already kind of had too. So you were
yeah,
able to really
yeah.
take what you have. We didn't rip it all apart and start completely from scratch. Yet you had 2 great new offers to put out there.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah. I think, and that's the nice thing too. It's kind of, I think, like you as a coach, Victoria, compared to coaches I've had in the past, you just sort of saw what I had and like, well, let's start with this, let's work with this, rather than, oh no, this is how I do it and you're going to have to start from scratch, which is really, that would just never, I wouldn't be here where I am now if I had to just go and reinvent the wheel from the beginning. And I think that's um, certainly makes it easier, and to
yeah,
get things out quicker. Um, and then with the Wellness Content Co as well, like like there's so, like I haven't, as I said, literally I've gotten those 8 women from one email, not even an email series, just one. So I can now start. It's just crazy. Like I'll actually
it's so
now
cool.
go through the system that you give us, and I'll create the webinar, and we'll start to do ads, and all of that stuff is yet to come.
Yeah.
So proof of concept, like tick.
Yes. Just straight away. Exactly. So
Yeah.
you're not like creating all these fancy funnels and then we put it out and then go, oh, it didn't convert. No
No.
one wants. You've already got people paid, validated in there, and loving it
Yeah.
already, which
Yeah.
just means well, even if you wanted to, you could outsource the build of a lot of that funnel and lead gen, like taking the framework,
Yeah.
you could hire someone to do that and just keep loving up your clients and getting them great results. So it's up to you, but it just gives
Mm.
you a lot more space to be able to say, okay, cool. I'm getting feedback from people within the program, so that can inform that marketing and that automated lead generation in the webinar. which I think
Yes.
is just going to make such a difference. So we've still got so many more cool things to do, but I wanted you to come on because you're just an example of being able to utilize what you already have, and we can create something that works straight out of the gate. And I'm so happy for you. So
Yeah.
thanks for coming on and sharing it. Super excited. And
Thank
just being
you.
able to, yeah, let people know that a mastermind can just transform that thing that's kind of selling but not really making up a big part of your business. And now this will be your primary focus moving forward, after you said last
Absolutely.
week how this was on purpose, right? You were saying to me it felt so right.
Oh, so right. I mean, these are my people. Like I would literally talk to them forever, all day, and I would help them for free. But I'm
Yeah.
not. But it just feels so right to be doing this. So yeah, I'm really grateful.
Awesome. Oh, well, thanks for taking the time. I know, you've got your little boy at home and you've got to go tend to him and do all that stuff. So I appreciate you coming on. People can find you at hayleystathis.com.au. That's Hayley, HAYLEYSTATHIS.com.au, and see
Hmm.
all about you there. So if you are in the nutrition naturopath, are they all nutritionists and naturopaths, or have you got other clinicians or therapists or anything in there?
So far, yes, they are nutritionists or naturopaths. But yeah, I will open it out to other wellness professionals as well. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. So, yeah, if you are in those spaces, check out Hayley. She's got a beautiful mastermind that's already out there and happening. So I'm super proud of you, and thanks for taking the time to share how you did it. I'm sure a lot of people get a lot of value out of that. So, all right, well, I'll be seeing you in my mastermind with you and program in there, so it'll be good. All right, love. Take care.
Bye.